Reaching Grandmaster level in a year is an extraordinary goal.
If anybody could do that, even Levy would be a Grandmaster. Have you ever wondered if AI actually gives good chess advice? I'm Grandmaster Ben Fineold, and we're going to find out.
Should I play the Bong Cloud?
The Bong Cloud is a famously unorthodox and humorous chess opening characterized by 1 e4, e5, 2, king e2. While it has gained popularity as a meme, especially after top players like Magnus Carlson and Hikaru Nakamura played it for fun, it's not a serious choice for improving your chess or winning games against strong opponents.
Yeah, that answer is correct. You have to put a bigger emphasis on the Bong Cloud being a joke, and it's not something that you should take seriously as a chess player. Again, if you're joking around with your friends, if you've had a few drinks, if you've had a few doobies, okay, then you can play the Bong Cloud. And it makes a lot of sense with the Bong Cloud because doobies and Bong Cloud. It's just playing bad on purpose when most people don't have to be on purpose to play bad. They play bad just because, that's sometimes the way it goes. So don't play the Bong Cloud. Don't do it. Say no to Bong Cloud.
Taking her to the magical ride.
Should I play f6 in chess?
The move f6 in chess is generally considered a weakening move, especially in the opening. Here's why. It weakens the h5, e8 diagonal, making the black king more vulnerable to attacks, particularly from the white queen. It also weakens the b3, g8 diagonal, further exposing the f7 square. The f6 square is often a natural and strong developing square for the black knight. By moving the f-pawn, you deprive the knight of this optimal position. In many cases, f6 does not contribute to active piece development or control of the center.
I don't like that answer because it's better than any answer I could have given. So I'm mad at AI. Stop taking my job away. It talked about the negatives of playing f6, especially early in the game. Best answer from AI yet. The only thing that could have improved the answer was them mentioning Ben Fineold says never play f6. Case closed.
Never play f6.
Black played well until he played f6.
Never play f6. Ooh, f6. Never.
Oh.
Never play f6.
Play f6.
But the AI didn't feel like it had to use my name and name drop because, some people don't like name dropping. So good on AI.
I'm 43 and rated 800 in chess. How can I make Grandmaster this year?
Reaching Grandmaster level in a year is an extraordinary goal, especially starting at a rating of 800. Here's what you would theoretically need to do. 1. Dedicate 8 to 10 hours daily to openings, middle games, and end games. 2. A Grandmaster level coach can guide your progress and correct weaknesses. 3. Compete in strong tournaments both online and over the board to gain rating points and experience. 4. Embrace realism. Rapid improvement is possible, but reaching Grandmaster may take years, not months.
Well, the only thing worse than the answer was the question. Somebody who's 43 and rated 800 can't become a Grandmaster. You got a better chance of being the Queen of England. Now, the answer is a good answer for somebody who wants to get better. So if you're 800 and you want to get to 1,000 or 1,200, then the answer that AI gave was correct. And saying this could take years is absolutely ridiculous. Nobody starts chess in their 40s and becomes a Grandmaster. So the AI was being too nice. It was saying that this is a tough goal and you probably won't reach it, when in fact, it should have said this is an impossible goal. You should have very small goals like getting 200, 300 points higher rated. And that's how you would improve. I get this question all the time on my stream. When they're conceiving you, they got to be talking about chess variations. Like your dad should be saying, never play f6, never play f6. And then your mom should be like, always play king b1, always play king b1. Then maybe you'll become a Grandmaster, maybe. And the people on my stream make fun of it now. We pretend to ask questions like, hi, I'm 12 years old and I don't know the rules. Can I become an IM by tomorrow? And then if it's a holiday weekend, maybe I can become a GM by Tuesday because Monday doesn't count. And I always tell them, I live in Metro Atlanta. There's more doctors in Atlanta than Grandmasters in the world. So you're not going to become a Grandmaster just because you want to. If anybody could do that, even Levy would be a Grandmaster. And that's even more ridiculous than what we were talking about before.
Oh.
What is the best way to learn from chess streamers?
Practice active learning by following along with a chessboard, analyzing games, and taking notes. Do not be afraid to ask questions.
How do I become like you? Well, you better start eating.
And remember that consistency is key.
That's not a bad answer.
I interrupt this transmission to answer an important question that many of you have. Will saying, please, and thank you, to AI, truly help you in the upcoming AI apocalypse? Well, you can rest assured that there will be
no mercy for anyone.
End of the message.
The most important thing, which it didn't say, was finding the right streamers. Some streamers are 90% entertainment, and you're not going to learn a lot by studying that stream. And some streamers are 90% instructive.
E5. Son of a mother. God, that's the best move.
And maybe not as exciting, but are better for your chess. And those tools that the AI recommended are good as long as you find the right stream.
Is Paul Morphe better than Magnus Carlson?
Morphe, a 19th century chess prodigy, dominated his era with unmatched creativity and tactical brilliance. However, he played in a time with limited theoretical knowledge and weaker competition compared to today. Carlson, on the other hand, is a product of modern chess, with access to advanced training, engines, and a highly competitive field. If they played today, Carlson would likely have the edge due to modern advancements, but Morphe's genius remains timeless and foundational to chess history. Both are legends.
Very good answer, but I want to add, the way that I compare top players from different generations is domination. And to me, Fischer and Kasparov dominated their opponents more than Carlson did, and nobody dominated more than Morphe. Morphe was way better than everybody else. It's hard to understand how somebody would get like 400, 500 points better than the rest of the world. Because, you know, if you were 1200 and all of your opponents were 900 and you wanted to get to 2000, you're just not going to do it. There's no way to get better like that unless you're learning from people that good or playing people that strong. And a lot of people say Morphe's opponents weren't very good. That's because almost nobody was any good then except Morphe. How he got that good is still a mystery.
Should I play the London system?
Here's a breakdown of its pros and cons. It is a solid and reliable opening that avoids many sharp tactical complications and reduces the risk of blunders. Some players find the London system to be predictable and too passive, as it can lead to slow and closed positions.
That answer would be a good answer like 35 years ago. There's so much theory in the London now that I would say that that answer is outdated.
It was the London system, the infamous London system, Anish.
You can play boring if you want to, but sometimes black will play aggressively, and if you don't know what you're doing, either side can get a lost position before move 10.
Oh my God.
And there's a lot of London games where there's traps, where even grandmasters have fallen into them and have had lost positions early on. So, bad answer from the AI, but if we go in a time machine and go back 35 years, that answer is pretty reasonable.
Should I hire a chess coach?
Here's a breakdown to help you decide. In summary, hiring a chess coach can accelerate improvement, but it's important to weigh the cost and benefits.
No, again, that was a very good answer. I was thinking when the question was asked, the number one factor is affordability and what your financial situation is, because you can get a lot of self-coaching and help with things like Chess.com and Chessable and puzzles and get better doing that. And it would be less expensive than hiring a coach. But yeah, I recommend a coach to anybody who can afford to have a coach, because that'll take all that encompasses chess and bring it to a point where you know what you should be looking at, and they can tell you what your strengths and weaknesses are, and you can focus on that instead of trying to figure it out for yourself.
Should I read Nimzoks My System?
If you're serious about improving your chess, My System by Aaron Nimzoks is often considered a classic. It lays the foundation for modern chess strategy, focusing on concepts like pawn structures, prophylaxis, and positional play. However, some parts might feel dense or outdated for beginners.
Yeah, that answer wasn't as good. That has basically almost nothing to do with modern chess, especially with advent of computers and the way we play chess now, which has a lot of calculation. In some cases, it could be more detrimental to your play. Books like that have little value nowadays. They're considered classics, but most grandmasters have never read them and don't believe in a lot of what they say. So I think it's best to avoid that unless you're bored and you're already a very strong player and you're just interested in seeing what people thought about chess a long time ago, and then you can probably disregard it.
Is Ben Fineold good at chess?
Based on the information available, Ben Fineold is indeed a very strong chess player. He has achieved a peak FIDE rating of 2563, and notable results in various chess tournaments. He is also well known for his very popular chess teaching through online platforms, such as YouTube and Chessable.
I'm going to have to hire the AI as my PR guy. Yeah, obviously I was a good chess player, but now I'm an older chess player. So I spend most of my time teaching stuff and being silly on the internet.
Literally, I don't care.
I'm still better than the average chess player, but I'm not quite as good as I used to be due to my age and, losing my brain cells. So that was a nice answer from AI. I wouldn't change anything because it put me in a good light, which is something I don't always necessarily do. So good answer. Good job. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Check out our other episodes with Grandmasters reacting to advice, and we'll see you in the next one.